Hey Pisces, this is Sherry with True Tarot for today, and I'm going to be doing your monthly forecast. That will be for the month of June 2019. I've already shuffled your cards and I've laid out your spread, and I'm going to begin to give you what is a general reading. This is a zodiac spread for the month, and it will be a basic idea of some of the energies that work for you this month. So Pisces, in your first house, you have the Hanged Man, and this indicates that you're going to be seen as a person not ready to make a decision. You're doing some soul searching. People may see you as a little introverted in the month of June. You're trying to find out what you really value, what you really want. And this is the card where, you're not in limbo, but you're not quite sure yet what your next move is going to be. And so if you have a decision to make in the month of June, I would suggest that you hold off if you can, or maybe talk to people. But this is the card where you're really on an inward quest, and you will not be as gregarious throughout the month. People may see you a little more to yourself. And it's not like you're hiding anything. You're just going on that inward path for this month, and then you'll probably return to a more social and gregarious kind of mood. You're waiting to hear news. Your second house has to do with money. Some of you are waiting for a message regarding your money. This can be even with investments, maybe a quarterly return or how your stocks are doing. Some of you may be wanting to receive messages about your 401k. Some of you may still be waiting for messages from a financial advisor or a tax person. But this is really, I see more a card of, waiting for news rather than delivering news. However, sometimes it can indicate travel or moving, and so many of you may be thinking of using your money for a move or for travel. That could be another way that I would read this card. But for the majority of you, you really want to hear something regarding your money. In your neighborhood, this is the third house. It represents siblings, cousins, and people that are in your environment, usually your neighbors. It's not a great card to have. Someone may ghost you for a little while. They may not be speaking with you. Sometimes this is a card also of someone being a little devious. So it's good to keep your eyes open in your neighborhood. There may be an unsavory character that's roaming around, looking to, rob or prowl on people's property. If it's a cousin or a sibling, they may be feeling guilty or ashamed of bailing out on a job, a relationship. Usually this card is about someone trying to get over, someone trying to be, cunning. But it doesn't always have to be that. It can be a person that, like I said, that sort of was a hit and run and left something very quickly without explaining or communicating why they did it. So it can be any of those things. But in general, if it doesn't sound like it's a neighbor or, who's feeling guilty or a cousin or a sibling, I would keep my eyes open in the month of June for anyone that doesn't really belong, in the neighborhood, or just be a little extra cautious locking your car and your home. Now, speaking of your home, the fourth house represents that. And you have the card of someone who's an earth sign. So this can be an attribute of yourselves. Many of you may have a moon or an ascendant in earth. But it indicates a person that's hardworking, honest, reliable, trustworthy. And so this is a dependable person. If any of you Pisces live alone, then you just have a strong work ethic in the month of June You may be doing some work from home. Some of you Pisces may have, work being done on your home, construction or repairs, renovations, and this person is good at what they do. They don't waste time, and they do a good job. So if it's a person in your home doing work, the work should be done well, and you should be pleased with it. If it's representing you guys, or could be your mate, one of your children, could be a roommate, but usually, like I said, it's a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo if it's another person. And they're on the up and up, what you see is what you get. They can be like a little boring, but like I said, they're reliable and they're dependable. So this could be an attribute of yourself that is coming out, in the month of June, and you would want to pay your rent on time and have your bills paid. You would be very much about, your material, universe. For this month, you won't be dreamy and imaginative and creative. You'll be more hardworking in the home, or someone around you will have those traits. Your fifth house represents new relationships, which I consider ones that have formed within the last 3 years, and your children. And you have a beautiful card here, Pisces, so that's wonderful.